Hi everybody, I am back in the studio and I am getting ready to pour resin. And here I'm mixing my resin. We're going to be working on the Geode tray today, the serving tray. And I don't normally mix my resin on camera, as you guys probably have figured out by now. I'm doing it today because I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I make YouTube videos and share my techniques and what very little bit I've learned about resin, in hopes that I will help somebody else or maybe inspire somebody. Having said that, you guys, if you see me use and show one of my signature techniques, like my high domed glitter that I like to use on my resins, and then that inspires you to make a project of your own, that's absolutely fantastic, and I love that, and that's why I do this. But please, guys, give credit. I mean, if you use it and you post it to Instagram or Facebook, just give me a shout out. My handle is Poor Girl Art on YouTube, on Instagram. That's the name of my Facebook page. So, and that's really all I ask in return. I recently had an incident where someone had viewed and liked one of my videos, and a few days later, a project popped up on her Instagram where she had actually used the high dome resin, but had claimed it was her own technique and that she had come up with it. And I did feel offended by that. I'm not gonna lie. That hurt my feelings, that she took a technique that is my signature technique, and after liking my video and following me on Instagram, she turned around and claimed it was her own. So I did block her. I didn't like that. That hurt my feelings. That made me feel pretty crappy. So that's all I have to say on that subject. So you can see I'm mixing and I'm mixing and I'm mixing. It's really important to get your resin well mixed, as you guys all know. And scrape those sides. Scrape along the bottom of your cup. So I'm going to pour this into separate cups, and you can see on the tray that I have added since the last video. I've added in some stones. They're not secured down with anything. I've put some here and here and here, and these are actually aquarium rocks, these silver ones that I picked up, I don't even know where anymore. But those are for a fish aquarium. So don't forget to check your pet supply departments if you're, at Walmart or Target or wherever you happen to may shop, because this tray is going to be more masculine. I can use those and they'll look good. They'll add some texture. And I just think they're kind of cute on there. Okay, so I've got some just plain clear here. And what I'm going to start out with today is I'm going to start by just putting some clear over these new lines of stones that I put in, because I want those fastened down and I don't necessarily want color under them. Does that make sense? I kind of want to keep them, let them show the original color. So if I put clear on them, then anything I pour next to them or close to them won't seep in there. So I think that's what we're going to do first. I don't really want any color over that glitter that's peeking through there either. Next, I think I want to add some interest, and I have really struggled with what to put on this. I'm really not used to the gray. I like the gray, but I want to add some interest to this. So what I think I'm going to do, instead of shying away from that gray, I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to add a whole lot more. So here I've got just a really gray, dark gray acrylic paint, and that's way too much resin. I don't want near that much, I don't think. Let's dump some out. Okay. So here I've got just the clear resin. I'm going to add some of this gray to it. And I don't have a whole lot on here that's mica or metallic at this point. So I think I want to add some metallic to this, or maybe just a bit of glitter. I don't want too much glitter. But I have this really nice glitter that I mixed myself. It is a mix of hematite and onyx. And I think I'm going to put some of that in there. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit for some shine. See there? I think that's kind of pretty. And I think I'm going to dress up this gray a little bit. This lighter gray I'm really not a fan of, quite honestly. Not digging it. So I think I'll break that up with something else. And I'm going to get my little mini torch. And I'm going to get rid of some bubbles. I think I'm gonna mix up some mica white. And I'm not gonna need a whole lot. I'm just gonna put a little resin in there. And you can see I've put quite a little bit of the mica powder in there. I want this to be really, really shiny. So you can see that is nice and shiny. That's what I want. I like it that. I like shiny. And I'm going to actually set this aside because I want that to thicken up some. And what I'm going to do in the meantime is this layer is going to be, basically I'm going to add the dark gray and I'm going to add that white. And the only other thing I'm going to add to this layer is going to be just plain clear. Okay, because I want to build depth. And in order to do that, you need depth. I mean, it's pretty simple. So this middle section I want to add resin to. I'm going to also add clear on this side of the center. Now this real dark gray with the glitter in it and the clear will blend together a little bit, and I don't mind that. That will be okay. It won't bother anything in the end. So now we need to take our torch and once again pop those bubbles. And when I'm doing these, I will probably go back and retorch a piece 3, 4, maybe more times over about the first hour after I pour it to make sure that I really get those bubbles out of there. Because if you don't, then obviously your piece ends up pitted, and that's not good. That's enough to make you cry. So now I'm going to let the rest of my dark glitter resin, this one, and my mica white thicken up, and when those get thick, then I'll be back and we'll move on.